So, Space Engineers 2 had a nice big update. A lot of content has been given, including wheels. Let's look at none of that and go back to Space Engineers 1. Because look at this. Just 3 settings? Spacebar is not brake? That is dangerous. Look at Space Engineer 1 wheels. Look at all these settings. We can set these wheels to the perfect parameters that we need, including choosing which wheels steer and which wheels brake. No, SE2 needs a lot more updates. Instead, we are gonna go back to Space Engineers 1. I've made the decision to do my first playthrough on this channel. But before we begin, let me explain the mods and the goals. I don't have many mods, but they are good. First, a mod that allows me to make a scanner out of the ore detector, allowing me to scan asteroids for what they are. Next is Assertive Combat Systems by Splitsy, to add a little bit more challenge. The other is also from Splitsy, Sneaky Sounds, Quiet Tools. Because unlike SE2, SE1 tools are not quiet at all. And finally, Akuma's Medium Tank mod, because I cannot stand SE1 not having a medium hydrogen tank. So, until they give us one, I'll just add one. And now, what are the goals? The goals are: establish a base on Europa, build on the surface a large grid ship, go to the Earth-like, land on it, and build a beacon. Are there any rules? Yes. Small grids I build are the only ones allowed to leave the planet. The only large grid ship that's allowed to leave the planet will be the one I'll be building, and will be the only one I'll be using. Small grids are exempt because I might need some uranium, and that's not found on any of the planets or moons. Those all now said, let's fire up the PNG tuber model and get to work on something I'll call Frozen Heck. And here we go. Alright. Let's first quickly grab the stuff out of here. We'll do that later. We need to find some stone. Because without stone, we can't have ingots in our survival kit. You might be thinking, but there's no stone on Europa, it's 100% ice. Splitsy says so. Well, I'm not Splitsy. And I know better. I have played this scenario enough before, including a test run. I know where we can find stone. The question is, will we have a base up running in time? We need to find patches of black ice, because near those are tiny patches of stone. Precisely what we need. And I think we're already in the right direction. Let's look at this card here. Let's just turn you then on and see. That's almost on the other side of the planet. 22 kilometers distance. And straight down. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Stone first. It's gonna take a while, though. We first need to find patches of black ice. And then hopefully, nearby, we'll find patches of stone. That looks like a boulder, but it ain't. Don't be deceived, people. Don't be deceived by boulders on Europa's surface. They're boulders of ice. That looks interesting, but let's be hopeful. Let's be mindful. Well, come on, rover. Keep it together on this. If we don't find patches of black ice, we're not gonna find any stone. And no stone, no starter ingots. We do have some starter resources in our survival kit, but it ain't gonna be enough. We need more. It should be nearby. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I was looking for. These are not the patches I was looking for. I've been deceived. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I hope that's not what I think it is. Let me just cheat a little bit. That's where I am. What's over there? It's a station. One of Splitsea's. Well, now we're already in spectator mode. Let's have a look. Somewhere between all these patches of... That's what we want. Potential first base near an enemy. That's going to be exciting. Or very stupid. One way or another, I did a test run of this, and I discovered what I need to do. I know what I need to do. The question is, can I get it done before it happens? Come on. Find one closer? That might be better. Well, looks like this is going to be the base. Right here. Stone. See? Stone. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. What was that control again? Alt middle mouse? Yep, alt middle mouse. Let's get some of these things off my hot bar for now. Just in case things get dicey. Let's get strapped. With an ineffective weapon. Alt middle mouse. That's nice and quick. Lights on.
Inventory full.
Yeah, radiation. Ow. Ow. Ah. This is slowing me down a lot. And this literally is all I have. We gotta get a base up and running. And I have a sneaking suspicion, because the high radiation, that it's best to go underground. With a little bit poking out for the sun, because we'll also need food, and these will not last us forever. So, what do we do? Well, first we wait until the radiation drops a little bit, and while I'm stuck here, let's just change that from a parking to a handbrake. It's actually a little bit more effective. Alright, underground base. Let's just do right mouse click and go down a bit. Let's go down around 10 meters from the pod. Unknown signal. Might be handy sooner, but not now. When inventory is full. Ow, 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 ow. Radi-damnation. Ouch. 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 That smarts. Let's quickly grab some of this. Very quickly.
Inventory full.
I reached the bottom. Yep, that's the bottom, alright. We mine outwards from here. Back in the rover. Recover a bit. And crud. Can't get this out of my inventory. I have to go up to the back and get my stuff. However, this might be enough to just get the base up and running ASAP. 10 meters down. That means I'll have to build about 4 blocks down in order to reach it. I'm gonna need at least a solar panel in order to progress. I have one already on my hotbar. Let's quickly get the normal blocks and these interior wall blocks. Let's just get the bulk paint scheme. Rotate the block in line a bit. Snap it in place. And repeat. Until down here. Solar panel. Nice and quick. Quick and dirty for now. Youch! Ouch. That hurts. That hurts like a female dog. We need to wait until get some stuff up and running. It's gonna be a while though. That whatever is up there can shoot me from here. And I'd rather be safe and underground, even though that goes against a lot of things about the community. But we need to wait for that damn radiation to wear off. That will be quick enough just to get running. Right click, get in the build planner. That'll do. At least that is cooking. We have enough material to get this operational. And to unlock things in the build planner. And that ship is going out of range. We are safe-ish. I wonder, the sun is down. Will the radiation also be down? Curious. Well, guess we'll find out once it's dark, when there's no power. But we'll press on. Get this operational. Good enough. Good. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. We're going at a nice, steady-ish pace. Yeah, no glass panels. Because the survival kits can't make them. Doesn't matter. Operational. H cycles through these things if people are curious. Now, we'll just right-click on that. Get rid of that. Get back into the cockpit. And radiate it off. Kelp crisps. Yummy. And we're going to need to rely on that as our food source. That requires a few things, though. It needs algae farms. And algae farms can be made once we have some silicon up and running. That requires a normal refinery and a normal assembler. The basic stuff. Once that's operational, our survival kit can make it. It will also probably be a smart idea to put the survival kit down here.
Storm inbound.
Meteor storm? Meteor storm? Where? 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, boy, boy. It might be so high up that we're not hitting. Well, that seems good enough. We'll just take bits from the rover. We may not need it for long. Alright. Why can't place? Did I put those panels back in the survival kit or something? I don't think he even took them out. Ugh, I got a radiator for nothing. Well, not for nothing. It's just a little bit of a waste. It's gonna take a while. At least we have a nice view of Mars. Well, since we're here, let's just queue up the parts we'll probably need to make. We'll probably need 10 of these and a few more of these. Then again, I might be able to make them with the bits I have. Now, let's make the floor. I think welding up a block will unlock stuff. Nope. Will this unlock me some stuff? Yay, blocks unlocked. So I got more panels, back to the welder. Finish it up. And with that, we have unlocked some stuff. But first, let's go back into cockpit. So we can de-irradiate a bit. And our base probably has no power once the sun's completely down. Alright. Things I might need to do. I might need to dismantle the rover, get its battery off, get it down there, get the survival, take apart the survival kit and reassemble it down there, dismantle the cockpit, and get it down there too. But I need to keep the battery intact, because the battery is made with power cells, and they get scrapped if you take apart any battery. You lose them. Meaning, if I'm gonna have any chance of recouping this battery, I'm gonna need to tear it apart. Correction, I need to detach it from the rover. And there's a lot of stuff that's attached to it, so that's going to be a bit of a chore, but not impossible. And the radiation's rising again. I think a sundown does not constitute radiation gone. Although it's still, the sun is technically still up. So I think we still have to deal with this radiation. Let's see, I got some steel, got some tier plates, got pipes. I'll put the pipes here for now. They're not useful yet. These many resources. I might be able to get something up and running. Uh-oh. Another thing has gone in sight. What is it? And yep, radiation is not gone. Alright, things I might need. I might need to focus first on a refinery before an assembler. Because if don't have enough stone for an assembler, I might need a refinery to, at the very least, refine actual ores. And I'm pretty sure that thing's guns can shoot me from orbit, and I'd rather not get shot. Not enough iron by the looks of it. Yep. Luckily, I set the make ingots at the back of the queue. If there's not enough material, it'll then switch production until it is done. Come on. Oh boy. Welder, take out parts. Go downstairs. And get it up and running. Quickly back in the cockpit. Get de-irradiated again. By the looks of it. This time there's enough iron to get the last parts. Yay! Last parts. And the refinery will be up and running as soon as the sun is up. Might probably need to get de-irradiated again. Hopefully it'll just fly past. A little water to drink. IRL. You gotta stay hydrated. Hopefully not to the point where you have to go to the pot every time. Well, the refinery's up and running, except there's no power. Best not to dwell on that for now. Phase 1 complete. Now, the only thing I can do, realistically, is dig out all the stone here.
Inventory full.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Always got to be a little careful when drilling out materials near a block. Yikes! Damn radiation! Leave me alone! Ouch! Ow! 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 Ugh! Gotta go IRL. Gotta go AFK until the radiation's gone down again. Ice, 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 baby. That's all I have here. I leveled up. Yay!
Inventory full.
Full of what? Is it... It's primarily ice. Well, easy enough to get rid of. Boom. Away, you. Go away. I don't need you. There's ice literally everywhere. I want... rock. Uh-oh. And again. Ow. 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 Ouch. That smarts. Meh. That really smarts. It really does. Risking it for the biscuit. Ouch. 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 I have this much iron. I can't exactly see what I need for progression. I need to hop out. Build planner, progression. I'll need an assembler to at least get the important stuff. And then I'm gonna have to make a actual battery. Well, that's it then. It ain't over yet, but that's what I need to do. I'll need to make an assembler. But I can't wait. There's material to be gathered. I mean, at least enough for an assembler. Because no assembler, no progression. Low enough. Let's risk it for the biscuit again. Gotta keep an eye out on that gauge.
Inventory full.
Hit 70. Back in. And we're good. 500 materials, iron, silicon. Yeah. We'll very likely have that assembler. Question, where to put it? It's a block with only one conveyor. Uh-oh. Ow! Ow! Ouch! Ow! Ow! Ah! All this waiting. All this waiting. All this waiting. But it looks of it, my hunch is right. By the time I got the assembler up and running, the sun will be up again. After learning the hard way that sun away doesn't mean radiation away. We are committed. Plenty of stuff. This will be up and running in no time. Uh-oh. No, it's going away. That one, by the looks of it, is not.
Meteor storm inbound.
Another meteor storm notice. I don't see them landing. They're probably so high up they just fly by. Well. Whoa! I stand corrected. Oh boy. Well, all the radiation's gone. I can mine some stone with little to no worry. It is our only source of resources after all. Oh boy. Well, looks like it's waiting until enough stone is refined. Whoa, press B. Ugh. I blame SE2. It's trading me to accept P. SE1, P is evil. And no, Teen, you're not unlearning me that. Come on. I need more rocks. I need all the rocks. Let's get that assembler done. There we go. Ah! No. At the very least, I haven't had any trouble yet. Reduction. Still need some... Can still refine some stone. Can still refine a lot of stone. Alright. We'll just manually pick it out later. First, let's de-irradiate a little bit. To around 50. I think I won't be under attack. I'm gonna go AFK for a little while. Let's...
Inventory full.
Inventory full, huh? This'll help out. Now, instead of a junction, let's just put a cargo container there. Because then... So let's mine some stuff out. That'll do.
Inventory full.
Not anymore. Youch! Back inside. Ugh. Such a pain. All that just to get that little bit of resources I might need. Because in order to make it safe for me down there, I will have to build, at the very least, a cockpit in the ground, which means taking this one apart. And I need to have that battery. Then again, with an assembler built, I could probably make a proper battery. A proper base station battery. Look at how bright Mars is. That means only one thing. The sun is going to come up soon. Yeah. The base is going to have power. And with power, we could try to give the base a battery. It's going to take a ton of silicon, nickel, and mostly iron. But if it works, it'll work. Uh-oh. Radiation. Well, let's keep going until I get a battery up and running. Let's see. Over 600 iron. 200 silicon. 167 nickel. Let's deposit these into the assembler below and keep going. Once there's power, we can give it a whirl. Until then, let's just go AFK in the cockpit for a while and hope we're not going to get attacked. Well, it's been so chill for now. I'm probably being paranoid. Well, that'll take a short while to refine. We're about to have our first European sunrise. With that sunrise, the base will be powered. And with that power, we'll have a look if we can get a battery up and running. Because with a battery, we can at least... Ouch! Ow! Ow! I'm hurt! I'm hungry. Oh boy. This is also going to be a concern. We need food. In order to make food, we'll need to make a conveyor from down from there to at least up here, and a bunch of algae farms. And they'll produce algae, and we will have food. But I'd rather first have that battery up and running ASAP. Waiting for the radiation to wear down. Waiting for the radiation to wear down. Waiting for the radiation to wear down. Then I can get back to work. I have a sneaky suspicion that once it finally has wear down, there will be sunlight on that solar panel. Probably need to make some conveyors. Sooner rather than later. We're just going to need a lot more resources. Rocks are our only resources at the moment. Really? Inventory full? This is rather full. Not that full. There we go. The cockpit. Check this out. I said check this out! Check this in. Damn. That's floating down so slowly. Well, how much iron and nickel is Huh. A level up. Again. Let's take this down here and put resources in there. If this ain't enough for a battery, I know what will be. And let's just place one down with the indicators pointing up so we know how much power we got. Can't produce because no power. It's at the very least in my build planner, which I can't show you here because, whoa, that's high up. Something moving really fast, but I can't get a good look at it. Whoa. Oh. Uh-oh. It's having a scary movement towards me. Oh, it's flying past. It's flying past. I'm very sure, painfully sure, that that thing could have shot me from orbit. And I'm not saying it would. It definitely probably could. This is why I'm going to build underground. I did a test playthrough of this scenario, and I got shot from orbit. No way in heck that I was going to let that happen again. Battery under construction. It is annoying though. Not gonna lie. But it is under construction. With that up and running, I can probably place the survival kit down there. Get maybe an O2 generator up and running. Maybe something of a cockpit? Gee, that's going away fast.
Meteor storm inbound.
That thing scared it off. Batteries are big. Battery up and running. This base is good. Ow, 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 ow. Youch. Youch. Ugh. Ice is worthless. No, I mean it. It's literally everywhere. Ow, ow, ow. Ugh. Nah, let's keep going. Besides, we still have some stuff to do before finishing up. That unknown signal will not be coming back. Anyway, we need to not only get this refined, we need to get this cargo container up and running. We'll need cobalt for that, so we need to track some of that down. But before that, we need to get the survival kit off of here. And down there. Anything happens to it, we've lost our only respawn point. So let's get that settled. Just having a beer. Don't worry. It's a rattler. Anyhow, let's get this taken care of nice and quick. First, let's clear off these things in the battery and hot bar. Let's set in it our large grid survival kit. I think we need around 30 to get a survival kit. Well, in any case, 30 extra plates. There we go. 30 plates. Let's officially retire you. End your order. And grind this. Crap! Crap, 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 crap! Crap! My one true opponent in this playthrough. Radiation. That is also another thing I need to do. I need to figure out a way to protect myself from radiation down there because it ain't protecting me from radiation. First things first, I need to de-irradiate a bit. Our second concern. We need to produce food. First, we need to get a survival kit down there. And then, sort out that food situation. Alright. Let's first heal up for the last time at this survival kit before we transfer it downstairs. Quote unquote.
Inventory full.
There we go. Almost there. One large grid survival kit installed and active. Oof. Let's do this quick. Production. Food. 250 calp crisps. Now, let's de-irradiate before we die again. Not that we died yet. Let's have a quick look, though. Can I just delete you? Apparently I can. Great. Respawn pod deleted. What I need is to find some ores. Let's have a quick little drive. But before we do that, let's set up our GPS so we know where home is. GPS, new from current location. Let's say this HQ. You don't spell that like that. HQ. Okay, even a nice into an orange. Yep, that'll do. And with that, we now know where home is. Now, let's have a quick look around where the ores are. Gold and silver is here. That's good news. We don't need to look down, track that down, or bother with a GPS. But we need more resources than that. For example, we need iron and we need silicon. Gee, this rover's so light now. This low gravity doesn't take much, and this thing will go flying. Now, let's have a really good look at potential ore patches. Well, ain't that convenient? More patches of stone. This one would have been slightly better. Wait. There. Ooh, silicon. That's what we need. Is there anything else here? Ooh, magnesium. We will definitely need that. Let's make a quick GPS. Let's type in SIMG. And we'll give it a shade of purple. And that's how I do it. We now have our first ore location. Now we need to find more. And looky there. We gotten pretty lucky. Now, what do we have here? Nickel. Anything else? Just nickel? Ooh. Platinum. I saw platinum. I know what I saw. That's deep, but it's there. NIPT. This is going pretty good. We already found very good ore patches already. Whoa. However, we still need to find iron. Oh. Speak of the devil. Iron. Anything else? Just iron. Just iron? Well, that's pretty important, though. FI. If anybody's wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm using the periodic table designations for these ores, which is also found when you have these ores in your inventory. Now, iron is very important. Whoa! Too high. Too high. Too high. Too high. Too high. Nickel. Nickel and cobalt. That's pretty much all of them. That's all we need to find. That's all we need. We already found it. And not too far away from other locations either. And ICO. To here, and we're good. Now, what was the important? Oh, apparently I misjudged that one. It's NIF ECO. Now, unfortunately, do something quick but scary. And that is getting that cobalt now. If we can't get some cobalt now, we'll lose a form of progression. We're against the clock. We need to get to it before we get irradiated again. We need cobalt to finish that cargo container. 9 meters. I think we can clinch it. 7 meters to go. And voila! Our first ore. Ain't much, but a little will do for now. Let's get into the cockpit. Get the heck back to the base. And it's tempting, but let's not tempt fate. This rover is now significantly lighter without the survival kit. In this lower gravity, this rover definitely needs to be weighed down a bit more, and it could do with a cargo container of its own. But first things first, we need to get this stuff in here now. And with that, I meant into the refinery. We'll just wait in the cockpit for now. And while I'm waiting, let's see. We need the conveyor components. And we'll need this, the conveyor junction. The conveyor junction allows us to convert from one size to another. And behind that, we'll put this. A medium cargo container. Once they're both done, this will be a decent little cargo rover for mining. At least until we get something bigger and better built. Let's de-irradiate for now, just a little. Let's quickly see if the refinery is done with that little bit of cobalt. Oh, yep, it's done. Let's put it in the assembler and see if... Not enough! Not enough! And I'm also starving. This is not good. I should have had some kelp refinery up and running ASAP already. And what? Let's risk it. Let's go to that unknown signal. There's a little chance, small chance, minuscule chance that it will have a little food. And if we can get that food, we can stretch this out. You know, placing the blocks yet would add their weight, but this is still too light. I think I'll have to add an entire panel of heavy armor at the bottom. Ooh, boy. Ooh, this one has rocket parts. Well, let's see what you got. No food. Well, the bits are nice. The bits are nice too. Well, looks like I have to abandon this. I at least got what's important out of it. Those metal grids, which I will need for that cargo container. And if I can de-irradiate a little bit more, I could also mine a little more of that cobalt. Oh, cobalt boulder here. Well, that's nice. I really should empty most of this junk. Ice. I don't need ice. There's ice everywhere. Ice is worthless here. Look at all that ice.
Inventory full.
Full of what? More ice. Oh, I'm so hungry. This ain't good. This really ain't good. Could be extremely likely my first death is going to be due to starvation. If only that unknown signal had something to eat. I need to make a beeline for some kelp crisps. That means algae farms. It means configuring. Oh boy. Wait with you, ice. Well, at the very least, we have cargo. Ouch! That hurts! Stop that! Please don't! No! Ow! No! I'm so going to starve. I need to sit AFK for a while until the radiation drops or until I starve. It is coming down. Ouch! As long as nothing is nearby that is a red signal, I think I can risk it. First things first. I want to get that cargo container ready. Let's drop to 30 and then we'll go for it. Yes, I know. I'm starving. Done and ready. Let's go to that unknown signal. Let's see if it has anything for me. Preferably some food. While I'm driving to it, I'm at least losing my radiation, so that is something. 9 meters away. No red signals of any kind. I think we're in the clear. Alright, 300 meters out. Let's roll out a bit. Don't want to be going too fast now. And it is another one with rocket bits. Luckily, this time... Okay. Please, oh please, oh please, something to eat. Nothing. First death by starvation it is. Now I'm in a race against time to get this thing torn down. Before too irradiated to worry about dying of starvation. Back to the base. 9 ticks of food integrity remaining. At the very least, the radiation's going down. I'm hungry, I know. I can't do anything about it. Other than speed running food production. I'll need iron, I'll need a little nickel, and once I have some plumbing upwards just above the ice, I'll need algae farms, which take a hot minute to assemble. Well, let's then just begin. First things first, we need to get rid of our solar panel and most of this stuff, because we don't need blocks, we need conveyoring. Alright. The plan. I just removed some of those blocks between the refinery and the surface. I now need to replace those with pipes and get those pipes above ground so I can use a rotor and a hinge to set up some solar tracking. With said solar tracking, I can also use some algae farms and produce me some food. But with luck, that will be a bit more efficient with solar tracking. And the sun's going down. So, ouch. Let's see if I can speedrun this. Come on. Junction. Pipes. Ow. I am so going to undergo my first death by hunger. And I'm probably gonna die again, and again, and again, until I get this up and running. By the time it is, the sun will be nice and down. Yippee. Well, sorry that. Let's just get then to the nearest mine that has some silicon. Let's see if we can get some of that. Because we'll need a bunch of silicon. We'll need a little nickel and iron. Let's first get a metric butt ton of that. Oh, that's pretty high up. Is it going down? It is going down. Silicon is not that deep. And that pod is not too far off, actually. Decisions. Well, that pod is not going anywhere. It's just 200 meters, but then again, it's closer to that base, and I don't know if they'll trigger attacks. And again, food. Very important. Gotta take that risk. If not, I'll accept my fate and park close to the... Wait a minute. Is this one that rolls? Oh, it's not rolling away from me. Do you have some food? Please tell me you have some food. Whoop. That hurt me, but it has food. Death by hunger avoided. I feel like a man. And a better tool. Nice. At this stage, you'll take all the parts you can get. Ow, 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 ow. Let's keep de-irradiating until 60 and then go for another grind. Right. Go. Go, 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 go. All the parts are needed. All those parts are valuable. All those parts can save us trouble. Room. There we go. Hunger avoided. My first death has also been avoided. But that is not going to last forever. We need to set up that solar tracking array sooner rather than later. Character tools, and there's our new fancy drill. Let's just also have it make a fancy grinder and welder. So this... Ow! As I was saying... Ouch! Ow! As I was saying before radiation poisoning so rudely interrupted me, with better tier tools, we can work a little bit faster, which is good. Because working at this pace, with radiation poisoning all the time, I'd rather not. Let's see if we can get this up and running in record time. I doubt, though. Finished my beer. And with a finished beer, I can think a little bit more clearly. But don't worry. It's a rattler. Oh yeah, they need my old tools. Yeah, I'm in business. Doesn't help with the fact I'm still getting irradiated. Looks like the sun is gonna go down by the time I at least got some pipes up here. That's life, isn't it? Pipe here. Remember to put your new tools in your hotbar. Yep, sun's gonna go down. Sun is gonna go down. The sun is gonna go down. Now, let's try this again. And a corner. And another straight piece. And one final tubule. Incorrect. Let's just try another straight piece. Take a little height. And that'll do me. This doesn't seem like much. But trust me. This is progress. This is a lot. Whack on that a junction. And then on top of that, a rotor as the base. And we'll have a solar tracking array, which can also track the sun for algae farms. And that means sustenance. Although, I might want to redesign it again. Yep. The sign of an artist, people. You're never truly satisfied. Let's just put a T-piece. Like so. And now I'm satisfied. I can do anything like on that T-piece. Like a connector. For something. But for what, I don't know. Or maybe I do. Yeah. Yeah, I know what to do. A connector for building a second ship. I have noticed that I can't do much because of that radiation. But there are ways around that. I'll figure that out later. For now, I need to get those pipes up and running. Right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click. And now, you got parts, give them to me. And now you'll make more. You have enough iron? I do not. I need to get more iron. Let's go get some iron. Better tools. I can work a little bit more efficiently. Let's see, there's any ice in there? Yep, all the ice. I don't need the ice. Ice is unwanted. We don't need it. I want the red rocks. That's iron. Good enough. That ain't good. Ow. 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 Ouch. Look at how much radiation there is. The name for this series is quite appropriate. Frozen heck. Because this is heck. Well, let's do this again. Speedrun radiation poisoning. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting there in time. Might as well make myself useful. and get this iron I found back to the base. Better that gets refined to make the parts I need for those conveyors, and then figure out how the heck I'm going to build anything else without getting irradiated. Park. Let's see, let's get the iron down there. There we go. Iron is getting refined. Let's now go back to the site with the nickel and get it mined out, because I will need a little bit of that. And once we have that, we'll go get some silicon. Like, a lot of it. We'll need a lot of it. If we're gonna have at the very least 4 algae farms, which is slightly above the minimum we need, then we can have an almost infinite food source. It's crappy food, but it's food. Mining attempt number 2. Let's do a gentle curve. There's nickel. I want those yellowish rocks, please. Yeah, fine against the instincts. I genuinely need the nickel chunks. There we go. That'll do. I think at some point that... Uh-oh. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I think at some point... Ouch. Those chunks of ice will just despawn. Let's head back to the base and get this refined. I think I'll skip that one. I don't want to get too close to that signal. You may never know. No. No, not in the hole. Not in the hole. Not in the hole. Not in the hole. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not in the hole. In the hole. Hooray. Stuck in the hole. Peachy keen. In the hole. And I left it in the dilly-dang cockpit. Looks like a certain plant will be accelerated. The wheels can't make contact. The gyro override the devs gave us ain't helping either. This thing is stuck. Yep. Truly stuck. Don't even know... Well, that sucks. That genuinely sucks. My only vehicle and my only source of protection of the radiation is stuck in a hole. There's probably one way to get you out. First things first, I need to give you some space. I no longer need all this rock. Let's see if we can get you righted up. Yeah, it's working. That worked. The rover is free. That wasn't even so dramatic. And we got the pipe up and running. With that, we're one decent step closer to salvation. And with this, I'm wrapping it up for now. Let me know what you're thinking. And I'll see you all next time.